We're here! We're back! Holiday break has happened. New year. Same campaign. For now. Can we at least promise our audience that we will be moving to a new campaign this year? That's my resolution.
Well, yes.
And I've accepted the fact that a TPK will move me into a new campaign, and therefore I shall put an extra effort to make sure that we maybe end a little quicker than normal. No. Anyways. I just realized that I had a whole intro that I had planned, and it's somewhere in my computer, and I forgot to write it. And let's just get back into it. So, during the previous sessions, you had gotten down to the very bottom of the stairwell that you've been in for what? Maybe just a couple of days, actually, come to think of it. Having fully explored most of the levels up to now, you have accumulated artifacts, destroyed a few as well. You have pretty much vanquished every single trap or general enemy that you have met, including the caretakers of this underground tower. We
were perfectly happy to leave them be. They attacked us. They made an error.
Look, at some point you start breaking pots, they are going to come in and make sure you stop breaking pots.
Nobody ever bothered Link with that, so why should we?
Because he's a chosen one. And thank you for hitting the ball that I set you up for. No.
It would be in Diablo also, like you're breaking every angel pot you go through and nobody cares.
Agreed. Everybody knows that there are rubies in pots. Rupees, sorry. Anyways, you have most recently accumulated a number of allies as well. Which means you have now come to the number of 4 plus a Minotaur, a champion, the last remaining member of the yellow scarf, the yellow banner, and a talking lizard. Do not forget the lizard. So, the question now, as you, and I'll give you this because I know that as we finished last session, there was a bit of a confusion, there's a bit of frustration, there's a little bit of things going on and on. Heinrich, I am going to now confirm that the big room that was Shangambi's tomb, which is the last room that you have not visited and the last room that you were aiming for, there is a series of 4 small rooms. Basically, these are not indicated on the. They're not indicated on the map and the blueprints that you found as actual rooms, but more like sort of stepping stones. So it would be sort of it's more of sort of handwritten notes, as in, step 1, 2, 3, 4, basically, rather than actual drawings on the map, which is why you maybe had missed them previously. Or that's what my excuse is. But you do understand that this particular room, which, to remind you, shows a certain amount of, as you were looking into it, you opened it, it flooded outwards with a certain amount of heat, like an oven on cooldown. Right? It has these very small holes, sort of almost like a I was about to say a grill, but no, that's a French word, like grille. Basically, there are these tiny little holes on the top and the same at the bottom. so on the ceiling and on the floor. And there is a skeleton that is holding a candle which was lit. As you decided that you were going to try something, I'm sort of retconning the situation here. You used your water spout item to basically put the candle out, and the anti-magic field that you had detected inside disappeared, and there was also sort of just a slight depreciation. There's a slight pressure that pushed you towards it, like if there was a vacuum, basically. From that, you came to the conclusion that within this 10 by 10 square room, by turning off the light, you would indeed be teleported teleported somewhere.
Are we turning back on the lights then?
You had also figured out that, and this I'll give it to you, even if you had not, this series of challenges, these 4 rooms that you saw on the plans, do correspond to the last of Acererak's warnings.
Oh.
And if I am going to give a little ambience.
Dead to fire, dine or drown, precious air, and falling sand.
Well,
Yeah.
dead to fire is extinguishing the things, and then dine or drown will be the next step. So those are
Yes.
4 stepping stones.
And we had figured that on the last episode.
So,
So I guess we have...
I am going to. I can't exactly remember where exactly we had left off. So what I'm going to say is that all 4 of you are outside the room currently. But should you wish to go in, yes. Currently, let's say that you currently the candle is unlit.
Shall we try again? I snap my fingers and the candles, well, the torch lights up again.
Yep. Precipitation.
Yep.
Snap your fingers. There's sort of a slight spark as the lighting of the candle, the magic of the candle from your spell is sort of just very briefly snuffed out by the anti-magic field. And so you see the basically the flame go out and then flash back up again. It is lit.
Okay. Shall we go?
Yeah, but don't forget, if we go inside, our gear, magical gear, is not going to work. So keep that in mind. So if we need something, we need to keep it already in our hands or not. Like, for example, we have the decanter of endless water. Well, outside of it works very well, but up front it's gonna be a bit harder to, because we're not even sure if the door is gonna close after us also at the same time. So keep that just in mind, that if we go inside, our gear is not gonna work, and we know that maybe every room is going to be different, and we need to be prepared for that. So keep that in mind, and I'll wait for the others to enter.
So let's try to anticipate.
If any magic effect that we use is cancelled by the magic on the room,
How about I mean, the decanter
we
won't.
don't wait because I can hear our dearest GM talk, but
Yes, I
from a-
apologize. Yes,
yeah.
I was screaming in the darkness.
Sorry.
No,
So you were saying?
I was saying the effect of an anti-magic field. It is not a dispel. It is suppression. Right? Which means that once you exit the field, the magic returns. Now, we had set a precedent that any summoned phenomenon, for example, would just be banished and then returned. That's what happened with the Mage Hand. I forgot to, during my month break, to actually look that up and how it works, but I'm going to keep that premise for now, at least for these rooms, for this room in particular. So if you basically if you summon, so for example Nugget, for example, who is a summon and of magical nature because Fae, would basically blink out of existence for the time for that time. You would have to. The lizard, for example, being enchanted with intelligence, would turn back to a normal ass lizard until the field is, or moved out until moved out of the field. Does that make sense?
Yep, I think so.
Maybe we should then put some water into a vial or something to put out the torch, because the decanter won't work in the following that logic. Yeah. Well, it's a torch.
No, it's a
Not
candle.
a candle.
It's a candle.
It's a candle.
What if we just
Sorry.
wet
Yeah.
our fingers?
I mean, you can pinch it out. You can use the glass of water as well. You can.
In my mind, it was a torch. So
You could give Biff the water hose, and he fires above your heads. There are many ways of doing this.
We have a Vroon with a very big trunk that can blow very hard also.
That is true as well.
Huff and I'll puff.
Puff and
Blow the candle out.
which is basically going to the trump, inhaling and just going. Okay.
Okay. But only 4 of us will fit in the room, right?
Yes. You happen to be 4 in the main party, so that's okay.
especially with Rune. Well, actually, we could go with 5, but I can turn into small.
True.
So technically, if I go small, we can have a fifth member.
If they are also small.
Especially with Rune. Yes.
So, do you step in?
Yes.
Okay. Can I? Is there any particular order? Okay, Vroon, you go in. Of course, yes. I mean, you've got that god saying, "Yeah, let's go." Just rushing. Sorsha next.
Yeah, let's do Vroon, Sorsha, Heinrich, and me.
Okay.
Behind.
So
I mean, usual formation.
right. As Sorsha and Vroon, you move to the end. You realize there's a little. Sorsha, you notice this fairly quickly when Vroon put it, but there is this sort of a slight give to the space near the candle itself. There's a bit of give to the floor, and just as you go in, 2 things happen. One, you can see that there is a glow coming in from the roof, and the door, that secret door that you had sort of moved downwards, goes up like on a piston. So actually, Gale, Heinrich, you have the opportunity here to either step in or step out.
Wait, so what happened exactly? Because I'm not sure I got the description
They-
right.
Right. There is so in the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
You're seeing there are all these little holes, sort of little tubes set into the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
Those start to glow with an orange and red light.
We had seen that already, right?
You had not seen that.
Okay.
And the secret door that Sorsha had opened to access this room is now closing. The wall basically is going right back up. Or actually, no, it would be coming down. But doesn't really matter.
We entered the room already. It didn't do that, right?
It did not.
It was Vroon, then Sorsha, and then suddenly it started to shift, and
Yes.
we're starting to move towards it.
Basically, yes. As soon as Sorsha and Vroon within, basically, the effect activated once Sorsha and Vroon came within 5 feet of the candle.
Okay.
5 feet of the lit candle.
Yeah, okay. Let's jump in and extinguish that candle then.
Okay. As you jump in, the wall ends its way, close it down with a thump, leaving your allies outside, and the ceiling starts basically to rain molten rock, lava upon you.
Out with the
Shoot.
candle, out with the candle, out with the candle.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to do is that because you were kind of expecting this and you were kind of planning on doing with the whole candle thing, I will give you all advantage on this dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna deactivate my.
Everyone
You
in
are in
three.
an anti-magic field.
Yeah,
None
so I need-
of the magic
Oh,
or the
yeah.
effects that were on you are working.
Currently working.
Oh, Paladin aura also wouldn't work, right?
Paladin aura would not work.
Okay.
Neither, for example, would, and I want to make sure that you know this in advance, neither does Death Ward.
Yeah.
Right. So, the difficulty is 20.
Well, go on, give me the damage.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, Sorsha and Gale, Sorsha, you had advantage on because this is a trap, of course. Gale, that's a 20, so that's good.
My roll didn't come through for some reason, but I have a 4.
You have a 4. Okay.
Ow.
And so that's 4d10.
Excuse me?
Okay, so that is that's not bad. So that is 19 fire damage. Halved for Gale, and then halved again for Sorsha. So Sorsha, you take 9 fire damage.
All right. That
Um,
hurts already enough.
Uh-huh.
Without,
And
without-
the question,
without-
the next question, which is how do you extinguish the flame?
I'll blow it out.
Water or okay. Right.
My trunk is already close to the floor.
Yep. Okay.
I don't need to.
Yep. As soon as you 47. Right. Okay. Interesting. So, as soon as you extinguish the light, the entire you feel a suction. This a sensation that you have felt before, as you are sort of sucked into the space between spaces for just a brief second. and moved.
Oh, no.
But the light doesn't. But the light does not come back on. And as you realize this, you are in total darkness and immediately begin to choke as you realize that there is not only a lack of light, but a lack of air and sound.
We should die
Precious
or
air
drown.
and falling sand.
Now, who here has dark vision? Okay. So the other two, so Heinrich and Rune, you are in complete darkness. The only sense that you can actually explore is your sense of touch. The air, there's a moment where I'm guessing none of you maybe thought to inhale a deep breath before leaving.
I mean, everyone kept was going on with what they were gonna do, but I was going to suggest that because the next one was drown, and so I was going to say precious air and drown. Maybe a big breath of air is a good idea, but I didn't say it, so let's forget about it.
I mean, you were kind of taken by surprise by the molten lava falling on your heads.
Yeah.
So, creatures that can see in the dark. You can see, so again, this is in black and white. The light is completely absent. But you can just barely see sculptural reliefs on the wall that show tornadoes, uprooting trees, tearing cities apart. You can see an Aarakocra skeleton embedded in one wall, holding an iron sconce, itself bearing an unlit candle.
Yeah. Maybe trying to light a candle would be a good idea.
I believe there's still no magic.
There is no magic.
Okay.
Rune is frantically touching around him to find
Yeah,
anything.
same here.
Okay, so I am going to ask those who cannot see. You can wait. Let me just check. What was it? Oh, what are the choking rules for this?
I think it was something with Constitution or something.
Yeah, it's into
Yeah.
the Constitution. Let's see. Compendium. Again, I should have prepared for this.
Oh. Can I get a reaction, please?
Sure. We are technically in initiative, so go ahead.
Okay. What I was thinking, since, well, we don't really have much options. We were under molten lava, right?
Yes.
Is there still some molten lava to press against the tip of the candle?
That's gonna hurt.
Not on my hand, but you know, like
Sure.
could work.
The thing is, yeah, and I'll say this: yes, there's maybe some that fell onto your shoulder, or you pick some from Rune's armor, maybe. And as you sort of grab it and quickly put it to the candle, you melt the wax, but realize that there's no air for the flame to take.
I'll blow my own air on it.
There is not enough to hold a continual breath of air. Come on. Come on. I cannot find it. Anyways,
The candle is on the sconce, right?
so there is an Aarakocra, basically sort of almost flattened into the wall, the same as this, almost fossilized into the way you would present an ammonite or something along those lines. Holding, there's just the wrist coming out of the wall holding the candle. Vroon and Vroon and Yannick, you are yourself sort of plotting on the walls, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Make me a... What was it? Make me a perception check. So this is really by touch. No, you are touching. You're feeling You're feeling maybe the pressure under your. The ladies can see the other two basically searching the walls, touching the walls, but none of them get anywhere close to the skeleton or the candle. Time, you're starting literally to feel that pressure in your lungs escape you, as you barely have enough air.
I'm going to pull on the Aracocra's arm and try to see if there's a lever there or something that moves.
Okay, interesting. You said the arm. So at the bottom of while Sorsha, you're trying to light the candle. That was your action. There's nothing. There's no reaction. Gale, you see this. You try to find for a lever. There's actually something there, which is you grab the forearm bone. It comes out of the wall. Almost like a tube. And as you quickly sort of examine it, you realize that both ends are sealed with wax.
I'll unseal it.
There is, all of you here in the oh no, sorry, no sound, so you wouldn't actually hear it. Yeah. Yes, so this is not a lack of oxygen. There is a lack of air, of atmosphere.
Yeah.
You are in space. You're in the void. This is what they don't say is that you start feeling pressure basically building up from inside as your body starts works against it. There's just a moment where so the question is, can you make the gesture? Are you holding it away? Are you holding it close? Are you holding it towards someone?
And I'll crack it probably vertically, like close to the candle, expecting maybe something to be there as an answer to...
You actually do feel as it's cracked, there is air that escapes. At the moment where that first fluster of air escapes, the magical, the all of a sudden any how should I put it? The anti-magic field drops. The silence spell drops. You still do not have air.
So no anti-magic, but with...
So the anti-magic is gone. You can feel the inner magics. You, Heinrich, you feel again the spell, the mage armor, the spell that is around you. You can still neither talk because there is no air to vibrate. But at least you have your magic.
I think that means that my sword catches fire.
It does not. It heats, but there is no flame.
But it doesn't need air, I think, to light on fire. Like it's magical fire.
Is it specified?
It's a magical sword.
Well, even if yours does not,
Does it work underwater?
I have my green flame
Think so.
blade. I have my green flame blade, if needed. Which is magical.
You know
fire.
what? I will. Okay, fine. I'll give you this. It doesn't matter to me anyways. It's not part of the puzzle. Yes, the you may either by magical means you may basically light up the way. So you have light currently in this room, and you can see the bones reflected, and you can see the against the dull white of these Aarakocra bones. You can see a sort of tarnished, slightly yellowish seal of wax situated at each of the bones, basically.
Okay, let's crack others.
And yeah, so one broke, right?
You broke
But
one.
there are others.
Yeah, there are multiple others. Yes, this is
Okay.
Could you all please make me a Constitution saving throw?
With +3 bonus because my aura is working.
Technically, indeed.
My dear Jim, I sent you a little message also concerning suffocating. Also, I did the research for that.
Okay. Actually, you could just tell me.
So, the rules around suffocating is a creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to +1 its constitution modifier, minimum of 30 seconds.
Mhm.
When a creature runs out of breath or is choking, it
Which
can
is the
survive
case. Yeah.
for a number of rounds equal to its constitution modifier, minimum of 1 round. At the start of its next turn, it drops to 0 hit point and is dying. It cannot regain hit points or be stabilized until it can breathe again. For example, if a creature with constitution of 14 can hold its breath for 3 minutes, if it starts suffocating, it has 2 rounds to reach air before it drops to 0 hit points.
Right. So right now you've all gone through one round. So who's down?
Not me. Next round
What?
I'm down.
Okay. So all of you have done. So all of you have a Constitution modifier of +1 at least.
Yes.
I have a +2.
You have a +2. So at the end of the +3, +3. Sorsha?
I have +1, but I have a bonus on saves. I don't know if that.
No. It's the
No,
amount
it's
of
just basic.
So basically, after the first thing, you see as the light basically comes on from Vroon's handy metal torch. You basically see Sorsha sort of grabbing to her neck and just falling.
I thought it was 2 rounds. We got. No?
It's 1 round per
Constitution.
per Constitution point after you have lost the breath.
So it's plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I understand that right, Yannick?
Yeah. For example, if a creature with a constitution of 14, that means a +2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's... Damn, suffocating sucks.
Yeah. So if there are other bones with
Yep.
wax seals, and it apparently worked for the first one, I'm gonna try a second one.
Right. Okay. How do you again? What do you do with it?
Let's stay a little bit suspicious of those things and far away from the body and in a vertical position, not aiming at anyone, just
Which
floor
is
and...
okay. Which is exactly what you did previously.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. We're gonna repeat again. When you opened it,
Air
it
blew
did
out.
Okay, just
Oh!
suggestion.
Oh yeah, no, okay,
There.
yeah.
There.
No, I got it. Of course, yeah. I'm gonna not break it, but put it like a straw to Sorsha's mouth and just pop the wax seal in front of her face.
There's a there's a what you imagine sort of you can there's no sound, but you can see just by the pressure of the wax as you prick it, it sort of blooms. There is what you guess you can see that maybe around her face she just has a motion of and she disappears.
All
Let's do
right.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll grab 2 extra bones that I'm gonna give to Heinrich and Vroon.
Yeah, I'll take it and
I'll pop it in front of Vroon's face.
Oh, wait. I think I've lost people there. Okay.
Yeah, for
everyone
Heinrich.
Yeah.
froze at the
Yeah.
same time, like
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Can you say that again, love?
Do we have light or not? Do I know if Vroon saw what happened or not?
My sword is on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. So you saw it,
because,
so I'm gonna.
because the magic came back.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna give you the bone, expecting you to know what to do with it, since you just saw it.
I think there's a mad scramble. As soon as you saw that, there's a sort of a mad scramble to the bones, which means during the next turn, technically you, Gale, you did it to Sorsha. The other two will take for their own, and you'll have to take it on. But fortunately, you've got the Constitution for it, and so it's literally just as you are about to pass out, as that final breath. It is stale, horrid smelling air, but for that one brief moment, it is life. And you are blown away into
Like through the
another
tube.
room. Sorsha is unconscious.
Oh, hello.
And I think the first, what do you do?
who arrived first? So Sorsha, who's next?
Sorsha?
I guess Vroon. Well, I'm guessing Vroon and
I have
and you.
very
Heinrich,
low initiative, so I'm probably lost.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, technically, it would be Sorsha, Heinrich, Vroon, Gale, because
Yeah.
Gale was using her turn for Sorsha, so it's next turn. So I'm appearing a couple of
And
seconds after you guys.
The moment I arrive, I start to grab Sorsha in my arms, and I start to look around like, okay, they're coming. I'm like, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Does the magic work or not?
Yes. You are. Huh? Where have you been?
Because if magic works, I'm gonna do one thing directly.
Okay. And what is it?
Take a healing potion and put it in the mouth because if healing potion is magical, so I think in my logic it would be like, haha, healing potion, but it's magic. But no magic, it's suppressed.
Technically, I think that base healing potions are not considered. They're not considered magical in D&D Beyond. So.
Oh well, never mind. Healing potion.
Yeah. Okay. Well, spend the healing potion. I'll put that in as sort of a medicine check to stabilize her. Sorsha, you keep your hit points, right? This is you were dropped to 0 hit points for unconscious reasons, correct? But when you come back to you're going to be coughing a little bit, but okay, let's say this.
You tell me how to deal with it because I have no idea.
Okay, I'll say this. This is me improvising. I will give you 1 level of exhaustion until your next short rest. Okay? Does that sound fair? You've just basically we just pulled you out from drowning in the vacuum of space.
Yeah.
Your voice is raw. You can the all of the blood vessels that has sort of started popping are now sort of I think Heinrich, most likely you, especially you you can see there are vast splotches of blue and black that are sort of appearing here and there on your body as the vessels popped with the lack of pressure.
Is focused on something else for the moment. So he's
Mhm.
like,
Yeah,
come on, come on.
Yeah, but you've got these large, basically these large bruises all over your body, almost appearing. And so Sorsha, you basically as you're sort of woken up, nursing this potion. That's when Gale, Vroon, you appear. I'm going to move.
What am I seeing here?
Yeah, as soon as we have breathing and that I see that Sorsha's is like being awake or starting to wake up, I'll have a look around because this is a weird place.
What the fuck happened?
Because I
Never
have a
mind.
suspicion.
Yeah, about that. How loudly do you say that, Sorsha?
Probably not loud.
Okay.
Because tired, like, what the fuck happened?
Okay. The room in which you are in is filled with terracotta statues. They are dressed in the same way that you have seen in traditional Chaltian art, right? So they have so they look to have sort of these mailed sort of leather armor. Some of them have headdresses, feathered headdresses. Others, they all seem to be using some sort of weapon, whether a spear, a shield, a lot of, so forth. Every single one of them seems to be unique, though, and I'm inspired from the actual terracotta warriors from Qin, from Xi'an, sorry. You see they're assembled differently, right? So you can see multiple iterations of the same head or the same torso, but they're arranged differently, like Legos, basically. So these are not. I want to dispel any idea that these would be individual people transformed to stone. This is not the case. These are very clearly statues made.
But it is an army.
It is an army. I would say, Gale, with a quick glance, as they're kneeling down, you can kind of quickly make glance around and have a count of them. You count about 40 to 50-ish of them. And in between these, you can see they're all kneeling towards a central sarcophagus in the center of this room. And there are pottery pieces that line the corridor, between the statues, basically. So you can see it on the map currently.
And there's like, is that like shards?
Yes, they're shards of pottery. Yeah.
I probably have that. Let me just check, because I have the silence spell somewhere. Where is it?
Why would you use a silence spell?
Because the army sleeps in silence.
Oh.
So we can cross without
For a second there, I'm
sound.
going, is she metagaming the fact that I asked her how loud she was?
No, I saw the army and I remembered the sentence, "The army sleeps in silence," and I was like, I feel like we need to be very, very, very quiet in this room.
Sorsha, in addition, you actually would see through your eyes, basically.
Yes.
Let's see.
By the way, I think I can do a lay on hands without talking, right?
I don't think lay on
yes.
hands.
I don't think there's a verbal component for that.
I don't think so either. So that means that it's like, because I took quite a bit of damage by now, I'm going to just spend that last 25 on evil myself.
Do so. Go ahead.
which still like just puts me. Yeah.
Not quite, but you're getting there.
Hey, paladins, man.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a 20-foot radius, which
Okay.
mean
Let me
we
let me
could
get
get
you,
across.
let me get you a template.
The dungeon, the mighty dungeon, the army sleeps tonight.
Don't start. We don't have the rights for that.
But we're changing the lyrics, so it's fair use.
Change. We're under the law of parody, so it's fine.
So what's the radius you said?
20 foot.
20 radius?
Yes.
Wow, that's a big spell.
Oh, that can pretty much cover most of the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, silence is one of those.
That's 5. That's 10. So that's double that.
Yep.
I'm gonna find something a bit more visible than this.
I don't know. It's kind of cool. Does it have a visual component?
The silence spell? No, it's completely.
Yeah, look, I kind of like not having a very good idea of where it is.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Sorsha should know, but
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I think it's short one.
Yeah, there it
It's
is.
short of one. Yes.
Bloody hell,
And
that's
actually,
big.
I'm going to control you by. There you go. I'm guessing you see it better than I do.
Yeah. It's alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how big you put it. That's where you. I guess you put it in the center.
Yeah. So we can explore it more.
Okay. Perfect. There you go. Yes. There's. I'm guessing the silence spell does have a verbal component.
Which is probably a whisper.
Yes, this is a verb.
I think you can't whisper spell.
I don't know. No.
That's one of those things where like verbal components need to be verbalized.
Yeah. There's just the moment where you, as you drop the note, I guess, because again you use your focus is your instrument. So there's maybe just that one note. The statue nearest to you, its head sort of with a grind sort of turns towards your direction, and then silence above, and it just stays there for a moment, and then silently goes back to observing the sarcophagus. How long does silence last?
It's concentration.
For how long?
Let me check. Up to 10 minutes. So
You've got 10 minutes, folks. What do you want to do?
I'll message if I can message without breaking concentration.
You are currently outside the bubble. So you are to the wall, and the way that, or do you want to put yourself inside?
I don't want to put myself inside. I want it to be just in front of Vroon, so he can just step in and don't be noisy.
That's how it is. That is currently how it is.
So this is probably
Okay. So Vroon, what do you do?
I guess I think he still like carefully steps onto the shards, but like it's like it's big elephant feet, so it's like. But...
You feel underneath as you step in. There's a moment where, because it's a dome, there's a moment where your head is not yet joined your feet, but you feel under the heavy armored boot that you have the crushing of ceramic, but you hear nothing. And as you move in towards it, the already silent atmosphere that you had You can no longer even hear the pounding of your heart and the blood in your ears.
I mean, that's just reminding me of the room we just were in, and that I don't like it.
No, that you heard. The sound, the pounding of your heart, especially the aching of your lungs, that you felt, that you heard in your ears. This is different.
And I guess I will keep moving. And probably like try to squeeze past the chest so other people can also stand next to it. But like trying not to touch any of the army.
Okay.
Like,
sure.
Is there enough room to squeeze
Yeah,
past?
there is. There is.
They seem to be like.
You might want to scrape a little bit along the tombs. Are the others? Are you joining?
I am so. I certainly, once I understand that it's a silent spell, will be joining because discretion is not my forte.
Okay.
And I'll do same as Vroon on the other side.
Okay.
I am actually so tempted right now.
2.
There's a silent spell on the room. I could be just outside of it and throw in a big old shatter in the center of the room.
Does shatter work in a silent spell?
It does not.
Oh no, not shatter, right? But I mean, we could be breaking statues right now.
I will say this: no, within a silent spell, no verbal component spell can be.
Spellcasting is not going to be happening anyway. Yeah.
As a cleric, a lot of those are.
Yeah, no, but my idea is being outside of the silent circle, casting something in there to
it depends.
Throw something in there too, yeah.
Sorsha, you were about to say something.
Yes, I was just before going in quickly. I'll just message, which is a whisper. We got 10 minutes. The last statue in the back is not in the area.
Yeah, technically, are not in the area. The last 4, the 4 that are here, and the 4 that are there.
So left and forward.
Yeah,
are not in the sound. In the silent spell, and I go in.
Okay. Who did you whisper that to?
It depends if I trigger a lot with one. The statues or not.
Look,
if I can cast
here's the thing:
second...
you cannot cast a message to somebody in the silent spell. So if you try to cast, I'll allow. You know what? Make me a stealth roll. Let's just do it like that.
I know I can't inside. That's why I'm asking how many I can cast before.
Just make me a stealth check.
Well, that's 30.
Yeah, you were experienced enough to know how to how should I put it?
Stage whisper.
Yeah, stage whisper. Yes. Well, no, because that's the other way around, right?
Yeah, I know.
It's the inverse of stage whisper. But yes, you've used the spell enough in difficult positions. You are able to. The statue is unaffected by. But
maybe it has something to do with control of the vibration and.
No, they're just in the silent spell.
Okay, I'll whisper all of them if I can.
None of them hear you because just as you were saying that you were launching that, Heinrich stepped into the spell. Message.
Message is in the head, not in the ear.
But they still hear it. They're the only ones who hear it, but it's not. It is not telepathy.
Oh, I thought it was.
It's
like telepathy. I think uses magic. The whisper spell as a template, right?
No, they're two separate things. For example, the message spells allows you to respond, which is not the case for telepathy. Anyways,
On another side, you
Look,
could
we
just
are-
lift up 10 fingers and
Yeah.
we would get
I
it
did
that
that.
10 minutes.
I did
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
already.
look.
That's why my character was looking like, okay, 10 minutes, and I just followed the rest at the same time.
you are all aware that silence is 10 minutes. Further communication cannot be by either vocal or spell. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying. There you go.
Should-
It's
move forward.
good.
It's also just very clearly stated in the spell, like magical silence blocks the spell.
There you go. Okay, thank you.
Does meta magic subtle spell works with?
Ah,
Just to be sure that there's a clear ruling about it, because I have subtle spell that I don't need to use a vocal.
Yes.
A vocal.
It would work.
dear GM,
Yes?
could you please lock because I can't move Sorsha and control Sorsha because the bubble takes priority.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I'll move this to the map layer. There you go. And
you.
I've lost it, so it doesn't matter.
It's
It's there. We know
Click.
it's there. But
Okay,
tick
so-
tock, tick tock.
yeah.
Yeah.
Vroon gestures to the chest, like already puts his hand on the lid and goes like, huh?
Let me take a look. Do I do a perception?
Sure, go
Roll.
ahead.
So it's a 29.
As maybe sort of Rune sort of puts his fingers, starts lifting up, you sort of peer inside, and you do notice that there is a wire linked from the top of the sarcophagus to what seems to be a small box. It would fit inside a box, but it's a small sort of piece of clockwork. You can, if you wish,
Disable it.
disable it.
Well, I'm gonna do that, but just like a
Yeah, stop. Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, I've probably briefed you guys over the weeks that we have spent in the jungle and the weeks that we have spent together in basic underwater communication science.
So, you do it? TikTok
yes,
people.
I disable it.
Okay. Make me a dexterity check, or basically thieves' tools. So this would be
Sleight of hand?
this would are you proficient with thief tools?
Oh, this yes, I am. I can make
Okay.
a six tools.
So go ahead for thieves' tools.
I was gonna say like, hurry up, it's getting heavy, but then I
I
realized that it's
have
not getting heavy.
advantage, which is a good thing.
Well,
That
even if
is-
you
that
did
is-
not, I think the difficulty was 12. So, but yes, as you manage to snip the and the lid is fully opened, you can actually see that this small wearing of gears is linked to there's a series of sort of small at the center of the mechanism. There's a small cylinder with heightened edges at regular intervals, and a series of
box.
little metallic lats, basically
Yeah,
slats.
it's an orgue de barbarie.
Yeah, it's a music box.
Nice.
Simple, efficient.
Yeah, Heinrich. I mean,
Trigger a trap. Yeah.
Vroon, you can just basically just throw the whole thing onto the ground in no it smashes in with no sound whatsoever, permanently broken, as there is no one to come and fix it anymore.
Yeah, we've taken care of that.
Within, you find the bones of what looks to be a sort of a wildcat. But
Of course.
There are sort of extra. I think from the shoulders or from the
Chaque
back.
arrondi, there's multiple. There's 6 legs.
There are 4. There are sort of 4. Arranged around the shoulders, there are 4 serpentine skeletons, basically, sort of like snakes coming out of.
Tentacles. Well,
No, I
not
believe
exactly.
that. Oh wait, I'm looking for the Kamadan.
Yes,
No, the
thanks.
Kamadan.
Yeah.
They're snakes. They're literally 6
Snakes, yeah,
snakes coming out of the shoulders.
Mhm.
Weird beast. Gorgeous, but weird.
Oh, we literally have their skin also in my backpack, so we
Kamadan?
have...
No, you have Jakuli skins.
Oh, never
I
mind.
missed
Yes, there. So around the bones, you are scattered the following treasures. There are gold pieces, a handful of moonstones, a fine music box, which is the one that was about to be triggered, and there is a mandolin, which clearly radiates powerful magic.
Vroon can't see the magic, but he'll generally gesture towards the inside of the chest and sort of goes to Gale like, go ahead.
I think everybody looks to Gale.
Yeah, Gil is looking at it like, yeah, I know.
Though,
Do I really want it though?
Sorsha, there's a moment where you're going, ooh, this is an instrument of which you've rarely seen. Though you might have an instrument on your back that is of similar power and, if not make, at least purpose. You recognize this to be an instrument of the bards. A powerful artifact that would give, well,
You see, it's an instrument. So if you look at Sorsha, she's like,
yes. On one hand, you're going. Maybe your first instinct is to go for it or to find interest. You feel in the back of your mind
No.
your attention being drawn to anywhere else but the instrument.
yeah, but in the same time, that's something fundamental.
True.
But
You
she's
can-
holding
you can
back.
always- I can't say anything. I shouldn't be saying anything.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, she's holding back because of Gale.
Okay.
But
Time-
she's interested in it.
Yes, you are now feeling that the time on your spell is running out quick.
Yeah.
You
okay.
maybe have a minute or 2 left. So,
With gloves on, I'll just grab everything that's in there, shove it in a bag, and say, "We'll deal with it later. Let's get on."
remember,
None of us heard you, but
No,
Remember-
yeah.
if you grab, every single other weapon was not grabbed with gloves. Those that were grabbed with gloves were affected. It's Mage Hand that was used to transport it. So
Yeah, right.
as you, in your rush, you grab the mandolin, all of you see 6 shadowy serpents slithering out of the mandolin and coil from the neck, from the base of the mandolin up to the neck onto your hand and come sort of writhing around your shoulders. And in your mind, this time with telepathy, you hear a purr of a voice saying, "I am not your enemy." Do you accept? Do you invite the spirit into your mind, or do you resist?
You see, you don't hear it, but you see Gil sigh. Say. Mentally, she'll answer, "I've talked to Unk before. You cannot be worse, and I feel like we actually could could have some things to talk about.
Okay. The spirit rushes into you for maybe a brief moment as the other three of you are watching her. Her sea gray eyes just flash yellow with a slitted pupil and retract. I am going to send you... Cancel. Edit. I am going to send you in your journal. Gale, you know where to find it?
Yeah.
Don't forget that you immediately attune to it, so if you were attuned to 3 things, you're
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm attuned to 2, so I'm okay.
You can add to your...
I'm good.
You can add to your items Canaith Mandolin. So Canaith.
Shangambi.
If
Okay,
you-
there
yeah.
you are. And Canitz, you said
Just look
K?
Mandolin.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see. I haven't. Oh wow.
You get your bonus.
Actually, no. You are not able to attune to it.
Because it's a bard's item.
It's
only?
Wondrous item requires attunement by a bard. So you cannot attune to it, though you do feel.
I'll add it to my equipment.
Yeah, add it to your equipment. Anyways. Oh, interesting.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do we feel like once the spirit inhabits someone else could use the object?
Yes. Yes. This you know. This you know. That this is.
Okay.
This is.
Yeah, it's nice. That I was going to say it before, but then I was like, oh, I can't say it. Can't say it.
I will use that moment of the moment where Shagambi sort of takes residence within the back of your mind. Just remember the flaw.
I think I can work with that.
Fair. You also notice the power, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget it.
Nope.
Someone is happy.
Yeah, I remember when I got my spirit, I was also like, wait, what?
Exactly.
Oh,
You're like,
Vroon, you would have loved Shagambi. You would have loved Shagambi. Shagambi is very paladin as well.
Okay.
Right.
It was my second choice, I think.
But let's just say that with the, as I said, with the possession by Shagambi, the silent spell shatters, and all of a sudden you can hear your breathing again. You can you're looking at each other, all four of you going, okay, now, what's going on? So, what happens? Oh, Sorsha, right next to you there is a plate, sort of a disc, that is irradiating with... Okay, so this, the Eastern Rune, yes, Eastern Rune is conjuration magic. Steady conjuration magic. The Northern Rune, which you can also see, flickers. And the Southern Rune is a combination flickering conjuration magic. And the Southern one is a combination of conjuration and transmutation magic. So, North, conjuration, but it flickers. Like a light bulb going out.
Okay.
The one that is right next to you, conjuration magic, but it is stable. So got a slow. We mentioned that. Yeah, we mentioned that you would hear magic, right, rather than mostly see it. So it's a dull sort of a hum.
Okay.
And the Southern one is a mixture between conjuration and transmutation.
And what do I is it something that is it a sigil that? What is the form of the thing? Is it something that can activate? Is it? I don't understand what it is. Basically.
Those are
They're
pressure
teleport.
plates.
So make me an Arcana check.
Sure.
Heinrich, you can help, so you can give her advantage. I'll say that.
I'll give advantage.
In that case,
there you
that's
go.
critical.
These are teleportation. These are teleportation runes.
Which one do we want to pick though?
So blinking, steady and transmutation. Maybe not steady
Steady.
and transmutation.
I'm voting steady. Blinking sounds terrible, and transmutation also sounds like a bad idea.
Okay.
Who has any idea about magic? But
Yeah, that is not Gale's field of expertise as well, so she'll...
Transformation magic is to change the very nature of someone. Conjuration.
Okay.
I'm going through my lists. Conjuration is focuses on materialization through creation, like summoning creatures or creating creatures and objects. Some spells are conjure portals used for transportation or give their effect.
Yeah, conjuration. I mean, the teleport spell is conjuration.
Yeah.
So it's normal that all three of the teleportation circles have transmutation?
Yes,
conjuration.
conjuration.
Conjuration, sorry. But there is one that also has transmutation, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what is transmutation, Heinrich?
Changing stuff.
Transmutate. Give me a second. I'm looking.
Flesh to stone, stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Turning one thing into another.
What? Transportation, huh?
I don't want to be a statue.
Let's
Well-
avoid that fate, yeah.
Well,
Like I said, these statues are not human transformed.
No, I know,
Uh,
but
No,
still.
no, we know.
Well, disintegrate is also.
Yes, because it turns something into nothing.
Because it turns you into dust.
Exactly. Dust.
So, what do you do?
Steady steady conjuration feels good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But-
I mean, Sorsha, you're right there. You just step back into it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
Can I okay. As you do so, boop. You're gone.
but we hear stuff again, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Maybe the bard with the silence spell shouldn't have gone first.
I will ask a stealth check from the other three.
Oh,
Sorry.
my
Oh shit.
my dear DM, I am going to use. Is Misty Step? Does it make any sound or not? That's the biggest question.
You
that
tell
I
me.
have.
Does it have a verbal component?
It says instantaneous.
No,
There should be
component.
component listed.
Verbal, somatic,
V.
and material.
V. So that is verbal.
But
So-
you have subtle spell, so you could use subtle spell
Exactly.
on a...
So
I critted on the right roll!
Don't you have disadvantage?
Yeah, it's still a 17.
Yeah.
and I am going to use Misty Step with my subtle spell, and I'm gonna poof to the other side.
Welcome to the other side.
And then I will roll with disadvantage.
Yes.
And then we have to fucking run. Because it's a 4.
Wait.
Well, what do you expect?
Can I use Chronal Shift on this?
You're not there
You
anymore.
may. Does that that's re-roll basically, right? Or is it rolling a third die?
Using a reaction after you or a creature can see within 30 feet. If you make an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can force a creature to re-roll.
Reroll.
You
Right,
make the
so
decision after you see.
So
Yeah.
this is not like Elven Accuracy where it's a third die and you take no. So
No.
basically, yes, you can re-roll Vroon, but at disadvantage.
Does that spell have a verbal component as well?
No, it's an
Shift
ability.
is an ability.
Alright.
It's basically him going back down.
Rewind!
And then I re-roll with disadvantage again.
Yes.
Right? Like I mean, it's
You
it's
want-
cute,
But
it's
I mean,
gonna-
if you have,
it's not gonna be much better.
if somebody wants to spend their inspiration to give you that
Oh, fine.
that
here.
straight roll,
I have,
You
I
know
have my
what?
own inspiration actually, but
No, let your
I don't know,
buddies.
I don't.
No, but I have my chronal shift, so I have an excuse to give you my inspiration, because
Okay.
I
Yes.
rewind
Yes.
and I'm thinking like, come on, you can do it, and I'm gonna give you my inspiration at the same time.
okay.
I mean,
The stealth roll is on the movement that we're gonna do,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I move. With my 17, I move.
Yeah, technically we should be doing this by initiative, but I think we went Heinrich, Gale, and Vroon. Yeah.
Vroon was gonna wait anyway.
Okay. Okay.
Here it goes.
Here you go.
14.
A 14. 14 is enough. I think
Wow.
that what happened as you move, there's maybe a tremor, right? As in there's a moment where you maybe sort of first step. There's a rustling with regards to the pottery pieces on the floor, and again you can hear the grinding of pottery as a couple of the heads sort of turn towards, but it doesn't seem to have done much ripples. And again, you just daintily as possible in that heavy armor, that adamantine armor, basically come in, and basically push Gale onto the plate. Heinrich
No.
jumping in the on it, and then just.
Now I need the image of Vroon in an armor in a porcelain shop.
Well, if only
Sorry.
we had enough fans who would draw the thing.
I see where we are.
Ah,
I
okay.
need to zoom in on a very different room.
Yeah, wait a minute. That's a lot of teleportation.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, are we back? Are we back in the room with the mirror?
Yeah. Now
Oh, wait,
imagine if you had not smashed the mirror.
I feel like we did at least one good thing.
You did things in good order. There's Oh, by the way, just so you know, because you're not going back to the trust. One of those 4 rooms. So there was one that was fire, which you did fire and air.
Yeah.
But there was
I guess.
But there was also water. So if you had extinguished with water, you would have
Water?
found yourself in a place where you were basically going to drown.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, because wait.
So it actually reacts
No,
every
this would have
time.
been really interesting because
Did not water again. Like in that wine room.
yeah, you would have seen for the first time Gale panic underwater because she was
that
unable
would
to
have been
breathe.
trauma.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Um,
I mean, yeah, okay. Nah,
no, you
not
guys would.
giving Gale a trauma is good.
Yeah, basically there was a series of steps. There was a possibility of you to do up to 3, and the last one, which the earth cell, basically filled up with sand.
Squeeze it out.
No, it filled up with sand. 1 inch for every round. When it came to 12 inches, the bottom drops out to basically 2 grinding gears.
Oh, is that
A
the trap?
meat grinder, and that's 24 d10
Ouch.
damage, and you are still in the anti-magic field.
How do you get out of that thing?
With a lot of luck.
Yeah.
And that would have happened if we'd like snuffed the candle out with our fingers or something.
So,
or...
if you if you snuffed it out with the fingers, so out of the fire cell, you could either snuff it with water or mechanically, so either by throwing or whatever. It would have put you into the water cell if you'd used water. From the water cell, you could, because it said dine or drown.
Yeah.
The walls are covered with oysters and mussels.
Oh, so you had to eat oysters or mussels?
Yeah, snails or oysters. If you ate a
okay.
snail, you ended up in the
Earth?
In the earth one. If you ate an oyster, you ended up in the air cell. So you basically
shortest route.
took the shortcut.
Yeah,
Wow.
we shortcutted.
Very lucky.
Yeah.
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 Because that was already like.
No.
And just a silent spell that came very clutch in the other room.
Because those are 48 animated armors.
Oh.
It's a lot.
That's many.
Yeah.
But that's where Shatter would have come in useful as well.
True. Very much so.
Because they have.
I will say it's interesting. So they all had, what was it? Yeah, it basically, if you hit a critical hit, it shattered, was destroyed instantly. But they basically had 2 attacks each. So you would have been completely surrounded, all of you immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, all of them wielding short swords. There we go. Anyways. Yeah. You have now the final...
I feel like we did good on that one.
No, you did really well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit in a... Heinrich is gonna sit in a corner. He's gonna sit down on the ground and he's gonna say, "Ow! Ow! I don't like this place." And again, "Ow!"
Yeah, as you start now really seeing blotches
Yeah, right. Okay.
of blue on... I mean, basically bruises appear on all of your bodies.
Which is interesting because Gale marks a deep greenish, a bit purplish tint between
Okay.
green and purple.
Okay. I mean, these are bruises. They hurt when you touch, but other than that, you're okay.
Where's Sorsha?
Congratulations, you have actually fully mapped out this level now.
Yay.
Nice. Well, except for the water cell that we don't know where it is, but I don't feel.
Oh,
like
you
we
do
need
not want to go.
know.
No. Well, you know where it is. I mean, yeah.
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 While we do this, why don't we take
A break.
Let's take our break.
All right.
I can do only 1 more hour.
Yeah, that's exactly why we're taking our break now. Or do you want to continue?
That's
Okay.
what I'm asking. Like,
Got it.
Let's do a quick break and just a 5-minute break and then come back.
Yep. Okay. 5-minute break. Be back. We'll see you soon.